What is going on, all you Primal Perspective listeners? It is me, Evan the T-Rex Singleton, along with my partner in crime, Matt the Buffalo. How do you spell your last name?
Fuck you.
And we just wanted to get our stuff out before the episode started. Obviously, we are still doing our one-on-one and our group sessions of training, personal training. We do online and in person. So if you're interested in making yourself better, pursuing those fitness goals that you have for yourself, whether they be compete, just get in a little bit better shape, build some muscle and everything in between, feel free to reach out to us. We absolutely get back to you as fast as we possibly can. It's Evan_T-Rex_strongman on Instagram. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Or
you can go to Coach Buffalo Strength at Coach Buffalo Strength on Instagram. If you want to get better, I mean, look at our boy Jordan. Okay.
Absolutely.
Our
client. He's our original first client.
Yeah. He came to me and was like, "Hey man, I've been trying to get 500 off the ground for
3.5
years. And I said, "You give me 2 months, motherfucker." And he pulled 500 off the ground yesterday. And my God, it was a beautiful sight.
So proud of him.
Got him up. But yeah, DM both of us on Instagram. You can also reach out to Gym 5 if you want to hit them up. You can email them and just ask for us, and they'll push you our way. But I would say the best way to reach us is just DM us through Instagram. If you want direct access to us, we both look at them. We will answer you.
We'll put all of our contact stuff in the bio below. Description below.
Reach out to us and check it out. Also, in my link tree, you can check out some merch. By the time this comes out, it will be post Valentine's Day. So maybe buy something for your loved one because you forgot to on Valentine's Day. So get something sick because you'll love it. What do you got over there?
Well, obviously, for the strongest man on earth, I need a very strong website to help direct people to some of the nicest athlete merchandise that they are ever going to find in their entire life. So you go to trexkingdom.com. That is all of my official merchandise, including this beautiful jersey that I'm wearing. I also have my No Longer Extinct shirts and my strongest man on earth, Evan the T-Rex Singleton T-Rex Reigns shirt, available in gray and red. I also have headbands. I have shorts. I have this beautiful hat that I'm wearing and everything in between. I got you covered no matter what your style is. If you want to support me, I know I surely do appreciate it, and I look forward to making you look as T-Rex as possible.
Yeah, anything helps. Everything is great. If you are a sponsor and you're looking to sponsor us, DM us.
Absolutely.
We'd be happy to share your product with the world. Anyways, episode 8. Enjoy it. This will be a fun one. And stay primal. We'll talk to you later.
Stay primal.
Alrighty, episode 8. Ready to go. Feeling good. Second one in this lovely studio from Mr. Brandon. This is in his basement. He tied us up here.
He said that if you guys don't do podcasts, you're not getting fed. So
he locked us in here for another hour. So you're at least stuck with us for then.
Well, it sucks to be you, but we'll do our best to be entertaining.
Yeah, we'll try. We will try to do our best. God, where do we start? We covered a lot last episode, but I still feel like there's a lot on the table that we haven't talked about.
I mean, this is a fun roller coaster that called life that we live on. Dude, so there's always going to be something interesting to talk about.
Absolutely. Let's see. I've been going to music has entered my life again. Pretty heavily.
Yes.
Yeah, music has entered my life again, and I'm welcoming it. It's been fun.
Yeah, for the newer listeners, what do you mean by that?
So I like to play opera music. No, soft.
You look like an opera singer. You're fat enough.
I could shake my jowls. I play soft death opera. That's what I do. No, I'm a hardcore kid at heart, and
I wasn't able to tell by the shirt and hat combo.
Oh yeah! Shout out, missing link.
The hat kills me.
Hat's great. If you can read it.
Yeah, for all of our listeners who are listening on Spotify, he has a black hat with white lettering that says "Feeling depressed?" ? Smith & Wesson.
Take that as you will.
You can interpret that however you want.
Take that as you will. You know, I'll let you decide what that means. I have my definition, but I won't share it. But yeah, so we've been back in the saddle of writing music again, which is great. I've conceived a group. And by the group, it's just me and the ghostwriter. Ghostwriter's my brother. So it really didn't take much recruiting. But we're conceiving a 4-song EP that we're going to make.
Ooh.
And we're a couple songs deep. I got to track some other stuff, but it's coming together. It's
Yeah, I've
pretty
heard
fun.
the raw recording of one of the songs.
Yeah.
It's chunky and I like
Pretty
it.
good. Yeah,
It's just like you. It's fucking chunky.
It is.
It's chunky and it made me do stink face.
yeah, it's thick in all the right ways.
No, but it was very good.
Thank you.
Your vocals very much reminded me of Matt, the lead singer of Kubla Khan.
I've heard that from a lot of people. Like a lot of people think,
It's very similar.
yeah, they think I sound like Matt, which is funny because my name is also Matt. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. So every group that I've been in, I've always just been the vocalist and not really had much like creative direction or like input towards.
Really?
Yeah, no. I mean, I just would write the lyrics and I would write lyrics to fit the part, and that was pretty much it. But this time, and we had some really good guitar players always, and I can say this now because we've grown as human beings. But my brother was in both of them, and my brother was kind of a creative Nazi, and and he knows I think that about him, and so he would like to take full control of like absolutely everything. So I really didn't have much say. It was just kind of like, here's the song, now you write lyrics. So for this project, it's refreshing because for once in my life with music, I'm being very selfish with it. So if it doesn't sound good to me, it's not making it. So if it's not what I'm
fair.
looking for in a sound, or if when I hear it, I don't immediately go, I want to track on this, then it's not making the cut of what we're putting out. So, which is refreshing. There's no resistance, and my brother's also evolved as a human as well, and he's not resisting me having an actual like opinion on the music. So, which is great. It's been awesome, and it's helped me like write way better. I've actually like writing lyrics, which is the first time that I've done that. I used to always just go into the booth and write on the spot. I would
Really?
Yeah, I would track and write on the spot. I would write something and immediately track it. Write it, immediately track it. So
My goodness.
it was quite anxiety ridden, but
It sounds like the hardest way to possibly write a song. And
Yeah.
This is coming from somebody who has never recorded any music ever.
it's tough because you can write all you want, but until you have the song that you're potentially going to write over, the writing is just kind of like idea making. Because when you hear like the beat or like whatever it is, it's going to change. And what you write is not going to fit over what you've written as music, so you have to kind of like trim it and chop it and make it fit. But yeah, check and make sure your grub isn't just
Yeah,
staying in his
or
head.
I ordered food.
Yeah, sorry.
Fucking do something
It's
about
hungry.
it.
It's hungry, man. We got to feed this boy.
Man, I'm in prep for World's Strongest Man. I'm going to eat whatever the fuck I want.
Is he almost here?
It's actually like 4 minutes away. yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. I'll get
yeah.
through this.
4 to
But
5 minutes away.
He,
Yeah, hurry up.
So I've tracked one song. It feels great. The name of the project is solidified. The name of the project is Pissed. Just it.
The name of the project, like the EP, or name of the band?
The band.
The band is just called Pissed.
Pissed.
You know what? I like that.
Yeah, Pissed
I like
HC.
that. It's catchy.
Yeah, it's simple.
Would you say Pissed HD?
HC.
Oh, HC.
Pissed hardcore.
Oh, that made it gay. That made it a little gay.
No, it's just gonna be pissed. Because that's the lyrics are just they're just pissed. They're just mad lyrics. So you know what's interesting is writing now. Because I'm 27 now.
Yeah.
And I've lived a little bit of life and I have experiences of ups and downs and things that are happening. But when I first was writing music when I was younger, I didn't have any life experience. So when I was like writing,
Life hasn't kicked you in the dick and told you to like it yet.
right. So when I was 14 when I first started writing lyrics for a band. I didn't have anything bad happening to me. So it's like
You never had anything bad happen to you when you were 14?
Well, nothing that like
You're a privileged piece of shit. You know that?
I mean, not like
Daddy drive to work in his gold Rolls Royce.
No, my dad.
As it dropped you off at private school, you fucking asshole.
Wrong. That did not happen. But I didn't like the worst that happened to me was like a shitty math test. Like I was in school. I was a kid.
I hate you.
You know what I mean? So
I
like,
hate you.
it was hard for me to write. Like you need to write hardcore lyrics.
I'm just gonna start calling you P.
Call me P.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Privileged.
Oh my god.
I'm just
Shut
start
the
gonna
fuck
call
up.
you P.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. I'm not privileged.
No, if I had a bad childhood, you have to have one too.
I mean, I had a rough. From like 14 to 18 was like really rough. I mean, but that's a whole separate conversation.
Refer you back to episode 1.
What's that?
Do I refer you back to episode 1?
What was episode 1? What did I say?
Primal Perspectives, when we
Yeah.
were giving our backstories.
We're talking. Yeah, we're going backstory right now. Yeah, my dad died. Okay, and that made me sad. So I started writing juicy lyrics.
That's what it took.
That's what it took. Yeah, it took my thanks, pops. Thanks for dying.
Thanks, Pop. The last gift you ever gave me.
Now my lyrics are fucking brutal and heavy. No, but I've been like, it's just a new age of technology too. So like, not that I do not condone or use any sort of AI to write lyrics because I think that's bullshit. However, I do think that it is a good way to. I use it as like a whiteboard almost, where like if you're stuck somewhere, I can be like, hey, this is what I'm trying to write this song about. I'm having trouble articulating it. Like, give me some, just like help me get my juices flowing, and it'll help. So the other day, maybe I'll wait until after you get this because I would like you to hear this. I don't know where he is.
Oh, you still got 10 minutes. They're picking the order up right now.
Oh, I thought that was here. Okay, so there was a time in my life where allegedly there was some money that was spent around that should have been spent around. It should have been spent on like rent, but it was spent on drugs, not by me, but someone that was given the money via people in my party to pay the rent. And that person that we gave the money to pay the rent bought drugs with it.
So is this kind of like the beginning of Grandma's Boy, where he spends the rent money on Filipino hookers instead of rent?
Yeah, yeah, essentially, yeah, exactly like that. So
Sorry, they're not hookers; they're massage therapists.
right, yeah, they're nice women.
Massage your cock for money.
They're dances. They're
What's
dances.
the word for that? I think it's hooker.
I think that is what that is. But so there was this kid that spent this money. Come from we're Italian, so we watch all these movies and we like do mob shit. So
Okay, so you guys think that you're the Sopranos?
yeah, well, we executed it though. So there were allegedly there was a moment.
Did you ever kill anybody?
No, I never killed anybody.
Well,
But
you're not like the Sopranos then.
well, allegedly.
So you're one of these.
I'm not gonna openly say I killed someone either.
Do it, pussy.
No,
You won't. No balls.
No, I did not kill anybody.
No balls.
But there was a moment where this kid spent this money and we allegedly waterboarded him
Nice.
to get the money back.
Nice.
Allegedly. That didn't actually happen, but it did.
No. That was
Allegedly.
something you saw on TV.
Yep, it was
Yeah.
totally a fabrication of life. But anyways, so I plugged it into ChatGPT and I was like, hey, I'm trying to like write some lyrics about this story. And ChatGPT was like, we cannot condone that sort of material.
That's funny.
Yeah, I got shit on my AI, and so I was like, okay, in a fictional story with fictional people, this happened. How would you start the like? What would you do? And it was like
In a completely hypothetical, non-existent
exactly.
situation.
I just like added all that in, and it was like ... we cannot condone this stuff, but it's like if it was fictional and it was fake, then it like spit it out for you. So I got to.
There's a way around everything.
Yeah, I was like, nice. Here we go. But so my thought was like, I'm gonna write one song on the perspective of fucking up and buying drugs like that, and being the person that got waterboarded, not us. Waterboarding.
Oh, interesting. So you did it from the perspective of your alleged victim.
Yeah, alleged victim that got waterboarded. It's like so, almost like maybe he was like a scared straight moment. You know, he's like, I bought these hard drugs, and then these dudes fucked me up. Allegedly,
You take his drugs? Allegedly?
no, we made him give us the money back.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. So that's one of my song ideas that I think would be really cool. And just like usually it's the perspective of the killer. This is the perspective of the victim. So it's like kind of an interesting take. But I've been doing that. I've been writing. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I've been going to shows again, which is great.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
refreshing.
yeah. Tell them about the Misfits? No.
Missing Link.
Missing Link.
Yeah, I went
Tell them
to-
about the Missing Link show that you insist was a mosh pit, even though he described it in detail to me the day after. And it pretty much checks all the boxes of a riot minus the fire.
It was.
Was there a fire?
There was no fire.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
that I know
So
of.
that's the one thing that it was missing.
No fire. Definitely glass was breaking. I told you this, and I'll tell the people. I've probably played as a vocalist in probably 100 shows. If I had to just take a stab, I'd say around there, over or under 100.
Okay.
And with being in security and working at shows and attending shows, I would say over under. I've been at like 200 shows. The Missing Link show was hands down the most violent show that I've ever been to. Ever. It was so violent. There was so many people getting just cracked. It was no push pit. Zero push pit.
See, I like the push pit.
Zero of that.
I'm a push pit.
It
guy.
was Muay Thai. It was fucking Karate Kid. It was everybody that we filmed with in that Megadeth video.
Yeah.
Put into a mosh pit. Like people doing flying spin kicks and shit. And
Oh my God, no! Like we would have obliterated all the people at the Megadeth video.
Yeah, true.
They were all
Yes.
super skinny. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And so imagine 50 of those guys just spin kicking everywhere.
God, that would have. I do not have the anger management skills for that. That would have
Dude.
pissed me off.
I mean, I love. I'm a flailer. I'm a Karate Kid.
You're gay.
So I like doing it. It was fun. But I brought Molly to this show, and she had been to Slaughter to the Prevail show.
Describe Molly real quick.
Molly is like a 5 foot tall Greek woman. That's just my girlfriend.
Always smiling, always happy.
Very nice,
Sees
very
the world
innocent.
through rainbow colored lenses.
Yeah, she's very innocent and like never has gone to a hardcore show. So like,
Yeah, that's the person that went to this riot.
yeah. So we
Riot
went-
with a soundtrack.
well, the only reason I sold her is because we brought her to that Slaughter show, and she was
Yeah,
like,
but
well,
the slaughter show was a push pit.
it was push pitting and it was like controlled
shit's
chaos.
tame.
Right. Well, she didn't know that. And I was like, well, you survived the Slaughter show. I was like, this is just smaller. And I brought her to a show where my brother's band played, and there was a little bit more karate going on, but there was like 50 people. So she could I just put her behind my brother's band's merch table, and she was fine. She was safe. So I could like keep her there. And I was like, just so you know, like I don't want you to think I don't want you to feel like I lied to you, but like this is gonna be like my brother's band show, but it's gonna be sold out. There's gonna be like 1,000 people in there, and it's gonna get violent. And I don't know where I'm gonna hide you yet.
I don't have a cabinet or a corner.
I don't know where.
yet.
I don't know where I'm gonna put you. So like, I was like, just so you know, I was like, I'll make sure you're safe, but like, this is gonna be crazy. And she's like, oh, you're scaring me. Oh my god. And like, it's fine. So I hit up one of my friends, and I was like, please come to the show and bring your girlfriend with you, so Molly can hang out with her. And because I'm gonna be fucking flailing, dude. I can't play babysitter home. I gotta get out there. I gotta draw some blood. So like,
You're gonna go there and make it count, right?
dude, you know what's funny is like she was fine with it until Haywire went on. Because like the mosh pitters, they stay in their pit. They don't go. They don't just start like fucking flying off everywhere. But
No, except for that one douche.
there's some crowd killers. Yeah, there's some stories from that night.
We'll
But
get into that.
yeah, but Haywire, man, like all of a sudden there was projectiles, and like all of a sudden because they were like, turn the lights on. We don't play in the dark. Flip them on, so it's bright as shit in there. Like we need to see everything. Which hindsight now it makes sense because the amount of projectiles that were flying around.
Oh shit!
If the lights were off, dude, like
you're just getting clobbered with a chair, and you're not even going to see it coming.
it was crazy. Like bar stools flying everywhere, beers flying everywhere. I'm standing in the back with Molly because I really just wanted to watch Haywire. I wanted a mosh pit for Missing Link, but I wanted to watch Haywire. And we're standing in the back, and it was like slow motion. These 3 guys grabbed this full ass trash can and just threw it, not at the pit, at the people in the back. And I remember I was standing there with it with Molly, and it was like slow motion, just like coming at us. And I was like, holy shit, there's a fucking trash can coming at us, dude. And this poor kid that was right in front of me had to be $1.15. Little emo scene kid.
Oh no!
Standing there with his little drink, just like, there's Haywire, pretty good. Gets fucking decked by this trash can out cold. Hits him, boom, right in the head, asleep underneath
Oh, shit.
the trash can, just snoring. And his homies like pick up the trash can. He's just limp body on the ground.
Oof.
Out. And they're trying to like stand him up. And I'm like, dude,
You gonna stand up someone that's unconscious?
like, let him wake up. Like, the dude's not even up yet. And they're like leaning him against like the bar stool, just like he's literally snoring. And that was when Molly looked at me. She's like, things are getting a little out of hand. I was like, yeah, this is definitely the worst I've ever seen it. This is bad. But it was awesome. At the same time, it was great. It was a great time.
Tell them about the crack killer. That's my favorite story from that night.
Yeah, there was
that and the photographers.
Dude, there were so many good moments in that night. Where,
Those 2 stories were my favorite.
So if you don't know, now you know, there is in a flail pit or like a Karate Kid pit, typically there is people that we call crowd killers. And if you've, I wish I had the whiteboard on this side, I'd draw a diagram for you. But if you've seen a mosh pit, it's always just like a circle. And there's like, I would say the soldiers of the mosh pit are the guys that stand on the edge. and kind of contain it. They're the ones that are, I'll stand here, I'm not in the pit, but I'm willing to make sure that no one leaves this pit to kill people.
Nobody
that really,
flails outside of the pit.
those are the true heroes of a mosh pit. We stand on the edge of the pit, you just kind of make sure everything is staying where it needs to be.
Right.
So there's this fucking 18-year-old kid, and he starts crowd killing. So crowd killing is when a dude in the center of the ring goes after the soldiers and just starts like hammering on people on the edge of the pit who are like the angels of the pit. So it's like really fucked up. If you just like, dude, these guys are standing there willingly to make sure that everyone's safe, and you're gonna start just wailing on them for no reason. So he starts wailing on these people, and he's coming down the line towards me. I'm old now, dude. I've been
And
to enough
you're
shows.
at the edge of the pit, or are you in the pit?
I'm an angel. I'm on the pit. I'm on the edge, and I've been to enough shows. I've been hit enough. I'm not gonna willingly get crowd killed.
Fuck no.
Not anymore.
If I see it coming, I'm gonna clothesline you like fucking. What was his name? Swatowski from The Longest Yard. I'm gonna
dude.
clothesline the fuck out of you.
Yeah, that's a wow. That would be terrifying. If you saw this kid, dude, you would have done like a triple backflip before he landed on.
No, I would have kicked his chest through his back.
So he starts coming. He starts hitting, and no one's doing anything. Like these angels are just being saints and
just
taking
taking
it.
it.
So I'm just like, well, I'm not going to let him hit me, of
Yeah.
course. So I take a big step and I just teep kick him as hard as I can in the rib cage. Just
Allegedly.
wham! No, this happened. You could, yeah, like this. He was hitting everyone else. I was defending myself, and I kicked him as hard as I possibly could in the rib cage.
Did you break anything? You think?
I mean, I got a hammer of a foot. So I mean, I don't know if I broke anything. He was 18 and stretchy still. Like he could,
Oh, okay. Yeah, he probably
bendy and
absorbed that
stuff,
shit
you know,
like flubber.
He flew back like 6 feet, landed on his back, popped right back up, and started flailing. But everyone next to me was like, dude, yeah, fuck that kid, yeah, fuck. And I'm like, dude, fucking hit him.
You became
Like,
the hero of the pit.
yeah, I'm like, fucking hit him. Why are you letting him do that? Like,
You're the pit
he's-
boss now.
Yeah, he's doing this because you're letting him do this. So that was great. I had one guy that I kicked that had to get evac'd. That was a bad one. I didn't mean to.
Was this is the one where you did your spinning heel kick and you just caught someone by accident?
Dude? So talking about the photographers and shit, they were taking pictures of everybody, and there was like literal flashbangs going off. It, like
Those higher grade flashes, and
Dude.
shit, that shit is bright.
in a pitch black room with just stage lighting, just
yeah.
getting flashed. You can't see anything. So like, I remember standing at the edge of the pit, and there was a dude coming towards me, and someone took a picture, and it was like cha 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 as they like slowly, and you can't like gauge what's happening. So all these flashes are going off, and I was just moving, and I just threw like the nastiest spinning heel kick you've ever seen in your life, and I hit this dude directly in the chest, like boom, right in the solar plexus, and I knew I hit him good because it didn't feel like I hit him.
Yeah.
And when you hit someone flush, it should feel like nothing. And I turn around and this dude's on the ground, like crawling on his hands and knees to try to get out of the pit. And I'm trying to pick him up, and he's like, "Oh, fucking please, like let me." And I was like, "All right, well, sorry, dude."
Strong independent woman.
Yeah, I was like, "I'll find him after the show because this is the missing link set, so I'm not gonna miss this." So he comes crawling out. Whatever, set ends. I go to the back to Molly, and I'm like, "Did you see that guy that got crawled out?" And she's like, "Yeah, this dude crawled out." And he was laying on the ground and just like dry heaving. And he was just in pain and just was like, no one could get him to stand up. He was just like holding his chest. And I was like, yeah, I kicked that guy. Are you serious? You
Yes.
kicked that kid? And I was like, I
Yes.
didn't mean to, but yeah.
Yes, I did.
I did kick that guy.
Yes, I did.
I'm waiting for like a live set to come out. And hopefully there's like a clip of me just like kicking this dude. But yeah, that was a bad one. I tried to find him after the set. And he wasn't there the rest of the
yeah,
night.
they probably took him to the fucking hospital.
Dude, I did the math with like your body weight's like 20%, or the weight of your leg's like 20% of your body weight. That would mean that my leg weighs approximately like 64 pounds.
Fuck me.
So that's a 64-pound sledgehammer hitting hitting some dude that's this tiny little scene kid in the chest.
Oh, maybe that was the one day where he turned his life around and he started eating and going to the gym.
Maybe I saved.
He's like, I never want to be that fucking string bean kid getting
Dude.
kicked in the chest ever again.
I hope I saved him because I tried to find him, dude. Because I knew it was a bad
You
one.
keep tell him the story about the photographer. I'm gonna go get my food. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna get his food. So
Yeah, I got it.
do you need to go this way? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh God, stepping
Can't go
off.
around.
That's true. Thought. We're still here though. Oh, look at that. It's nice. So, talking about the photographers. For one, shout out to New York State of Mike, the singer of Missing Link. Talked to Mike for like 15 minutes after the set. He recently played a show in Vermont with my brother's band, Voices in Vain. So I just saw him by the merch table after the sets, and I was just like, "Hey, man, like, how did the show in Vermont go?" And he looks at me, and he's like, or I said, "How'd the show in Burlington go?" And he looks at me, and he's like, "Burlington, Vermont?" And I was like, yeah, how did that show go, dude? And he's like, "You know what Burlington, Vermont is?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I do. I used to live up there. I lived there for a long time. So, yeah, I'm familiar with it." And we just chopped it up for 15, 20 minutes, told me about how his wife got married, they got married on a mountain in Vermont. Missing Link is known for being pretty violent in all of their shows. They make some pretty outrageous call-outs. So, anyways, little did I know that there were some instances on this tour prior to everything, prior to the Nashville show, with cameras and photographers. There were some bad moments with photographers, and I'll get to that when Evan gets back. But for this show, because he's heard it, for this set, we're Missing Link finally comes on, and the band before it, I can't remember what their name was, had made a comment about the photographers and that they just need to like chill out. Anyways, Mike was at his wit's end with the photographer, so he says, "Hey," like he said, "Hey, we need to get these photographers out of the fucking way. Moshers, if you see a photographer in the pit, fuck them up and destroy their camera." Made a call out to the camera people or to the moshers to destroy the stuff. And say what you will about it, but whether that's right or that's wrong, but I will tell you from firsthand, it was getting like a mosh pit's already extremely dangerous, especially when it's like a flail pit, because there's real kicks going around, there's real hammers being thrown around, and you can already get into some serious injury if you're not careful. So now you add in photographers, not just one of them, but like 7 or 8 of them that are ripping pictures in this mosh pit because they want to get these sick pictures, which I understand. But they're blinding these moshers so that they would go for like a crazy spin kick, and then they would get like flashbanged by these cameras, and then they would fly off course or like hit someone they didn't mean to hit or whatever. And people were getting hurt because of it. So Mike had enough of it and said, fuck them up if you see anything happen. So they quickly vacated the area and went to their respective corners and stopped flashbanging all of us. But super sick show. If you've never seen or listened to Missing Link or Haywire, those guys are awesome. Like Haywire's like traditional hardcore music, and it's cool. It's cool to see it coming back. When I first got into hardcore, most of the bands sounded like them, so it's cool to see it kind of come full circle with a lot of things. But I'm going to credit a lot of my writing drive and motivation now to Missing Link and to Mike and to my brother Scott, he's been wanting a while for me to get back in the saddle, and I've just been kind of resisting it. And thankfully, when we were up over the holiday break, he has a studio that he produces out of, and I managed to convince him to help me write a song and record it while I was up there, and it sounds awesome. And it's really fun to be back in it. So hopefully we'll have an EP for you soon, and you guys can listen to it. Piss Hardcore coming out of Nashville. Yeah, let me in the comments. I want to hear, because we talk a lot about music, and I would love to know what people are listening to now with their music, because it's all over the place now. Did you get it?
Got it.
Nice. Oh man, we're gonna have to have like a food review right now.
No.
What do you mean?
We're not doing a food review.
Why?
Because the place that I ordered from doesn't sponsor me or give me money for advertising, so fuck them.
Okay. How about a alleged food review?
I allegedly got hibachi.
Okay. I don't even know.
And if they were to offer me any kind of a discount or anything like that, I'd proudly put their name in one of our in one of our videos because their food's fucking good.
It smells good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I was just telling them about the photographic incident, and then I was asking the people like what people are listening to these days. We talk a lot about music we listen to, but I was gonna go into the story of these photographers that were at this show. They later found out when we were training that day, or I told you when we were training that day that tour package had some instances with cameras
oh yeah,
earlier in it. And so what had happened, I can't remember I'm trying to remember the name of this band that opened up for them, but my brother was like, dude, did you see what happened with that band? The singer's catching a lot of heat right now because he like almost assaulted a photographer.
almost.
He assaulted a photographer.
I was gonna say that's not the story you told me.
So there was like a 15-second clip that came out of this dude on stage, and like right as the breakdown hits, he just like Donkey Kong smashes a fucking had to have been a $3,000 camera out of this person's hand, and it absolutely exploded. It exploded everywhere, and everyone's like in uproar, like what the fuck, that's so fucked up, blah 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 blah. Well, if you go and watch the full set video, there's about 7 or 8 times where he asks, I wouldn't want to say it nicely, he's still a hardcore guy, but he was just like, stop taking pictures of me while I'm singing.
It's blinding me.
It's blinding me. I can't fucking see anything. Like, stop taking pictures of me 3 inches from my eyeballs. And they just didn't listen. They didn't listen. They kept doing it. They kept doing it.
Well, I'm sure by that point, once that footage came out, he was exonerated, correct?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, a lot of people are, what do you need?
Stand.
Oh, stand. A lot of people are just like soft and like, well, you shouldn't have done it anyways.
I hate people so much.
Like,
and
dude,
if you're one of those people that's like, no, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, I'm talking about you. I hate you.
Yeah, he's a performer.
Yeah.
I get you're trying to do your job and take pictures.
100%.
But
100%.
if you look at the stage that they were on, there was tons of lighting. You didn't need to have that flash on, and like you're also taking a picture with a professional camera 2 feet from somebody's eyeballs
Yeah.
while they're trying to perform to do what they're paid to do, and also people paid money to go see them.
Exactly.
And now you're compromising how well they can do it because you're blinding them. Like, I mean,
I don't know. Me personally, if I was,
kind of had it coming to you.
I mean, if I'm lifting, right? If I'm lifting or competing, right?
Yeah.
Fine. If I'm lifting or competing and a photographer is blinding me while I'm lifting, the camera's not going to be the only thing I'm going to break.
Fair.
I'm going to let you know that right now.
There's more forks in my bag, too, if you want one. Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, I mean, have you had any of those types of moments when you were competing or anything like that? Like where you smashed something that then you got yelled at after? I have one, for sure.
Competing? No.
Or any instance, maybe like working or security. There had to have been a moment where you dumped somebody on their head or some shit. And they got
Oh,
mad
you're
at
talking
you.
about when I was doing security
Anything.
for shows?
Yeah, just anything.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
bet.
all kinds of shit like that. There was one guy that we had to dump on his head because we're doing security for Insane Clown Posse.
Oh yeah.
Which also, side note, if you're gonna be working any kind of security for Insane Clown Posse, understand that you're gonna go home super fucking sticky against your own volition. Because they really like Faygo. You know, that off-brand soda, that cheap off-brand soda. They like to get 2 liters of it, and spray it all over the crowd. And guess what happens if you're working security? You're getting sprayed too, so enjoy that. But yeah, there was one guy at the very end of the show.
There was a VIP. There was like a VVIP experience thing with it Insane Clown Posse, where at the very end of the show they perform the last show, and all of the fans that bought the VVIP tickets get up on stage with Insane Clown Posse and just like have fun and vibe and all that during the last song. There was one guy that did not have a ticket to that event, so he had to stay in the fucking crowd, but he was adamant to get up on the fucking stage. So he tried going around. We stopped him. He tried going over the barricade. We stopped him. And then there was one point where he tried to push past me, so I just dumped him.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, we told you multiple times,
Yeah,
stop. So we dumped him on his head, and then we threw him back in the pit. And we didn't see him for the rest of the night. But
hey,
he was fine, but...
You guys are nice enough to keep him in.
Yeah.
You didn't, kick him out?
We could have very, very easily just kicked him out for disturbing the peace. Well, kind of peace.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a few of those. It's interesting enough. Another band that sprays people. Guar. Yeah. I worked a Guar set once, and it was miserable. It was the worst set I've ever worked in my life. And
Shrimp tempura.
it was horrible, dude. I remember. Did you say shrimp tempura? No, I'm good.
What the fuck are you laughing at?
No,
All right, last time I'm going to try to be nice to you, fat bastard.
It just threw me off. Just shrimp tempura. Yeah, what? No, thank you. But
Fuck you.
no, I'm cutting.
This is my podcast. I can literally do whatever I want. I'm going to sit here and eat this whole fucking thing on camera.
I'm not stopping you. There was
Stop me if you wanted to.
You can have it. I don't want to eat that. I'm gonna cut. I'm a bodybuilder. But Guar there. So I worked front center of the Guar set. Literally, there's pictures of me from Higher Ground. This had been 2022, 2021, 21. And there is a picture of the singer from Guar with his quad dick dildo above my head, and me just. I'm not hiding it. The most miserable person in the room. I hated it. And I feel so bad. There was a kid that was next to me. Good kid, actually. And I think he's actually moved somewhere down here. But he had been 22 years old, 21, like just finally could get a security job. And he was next to me. And I was part of, I'm sure you're in it too, being a big guy. There becomes like some heavy hitter crews in the security world where like, shit hits the fan, you're calling these three guys.
Absolutely.
And shit's getting done with these three guys. So I was in that heavy hitter crew. So he was just like pumped to be working alongside me. And I was like, all right, man. Like he's working next to me on the stage. And he's like, dude, I'm so excited to be here. And like, I'm so excited to work this. I love the idea of security. And I'm like, yeah, man, have you done any research on who we're doing security for tonight? He's like, no.
Oh, you poor sweet summer child.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, no, man, no. Why? Why would I? Do I need to? And I was like, no. I was like, I was like, well, man,
they didn't bring out any of the fucking blow up dolls and like.
Oh, they brought everything. They did everything. Oh yeah, they did like a full like abortion on stage. And I was like, fuck. So this is the kind of leader I am. And I was like, well,
oh, here we go.
It's too late to do research because you're here, but take this. And I bought a poncho to wear, and I was like, just take this and trust me. And he was like,
you gave it to him.
I gave it to him. I felt so bad for him because he had no idea. He was not like a hard. He was like just some folk loving. Oh yeah, it was like, dude, you're about to.
You should have let him get destroyed on principle alone.
He's just a good guy. He was a good kid. He showed up on time.
Hippie?
No, he wasn't hippie, but he was like, but he wasn't a hardcore kid, and he didn't know what was coming. So I gave him that thing, and we got sprayed, covered in blood. It was disgusting, and there was one guy that I got so mad at the person. I'm sure at the shows you work at, there's like this side stage part where people VIP can kind of walk backstage from there.
Yeah,
that's what the setup was at this one. So we had a door person there, and they were supposed to check tickets to make sure they were allowed to go or pass. I don't like how you said
that they were supposed to check tickets.
Well, here's the thing: we gave them a sheet, like a color sheet, be like, if they do not have this pass, they do not come back here.
Oh, so you idiot proofed it. Got it.
We couldn't have made it more simple. This guy gets back there somehow. Big old dude, 400 pounds, just fatty. It's like 5 feet tall, just this bowling ball guy. He gets back there and he goes into like the Guar locker room, which they took over an entire other stage room to be their locker room. It was disgusting. It smelled like ass.
That doesn't surprise me.
And so they call us and like, hey, this guy's we can't physically move him. So the heavy hitters come out. We pull him out. We're like, hey, man, Do not do that again. If you do that, like, we're going to let you enjoy your night. He wasn't even really that drunk. He was just an asshole, which is like even worse.
Those are the worst kind of people.
It was just like, dude, you're just like willingly being a dickhead. And so we're like, don't do that. You know, if you do that again, we're going to remove
How
you.
did you respond to that?
He's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I get it. My bad. And we're like, okay. We get a second call. This motherfucker's back there. And I'm pissed. And I like walk back there. And they're like, he's in this bathroom. He's in this bathroom. So I call my boys up, the other heavy hitters. I'm like, yo, this person, backstage bathroom right now. Like, we're going to jump this dude when he comes out.
We're gonna jump this dude. Oh boy!
So he,
If I had a nickel.
dude, we unbelievable feat of strength. But right by the bathroom, there was the rear exit of the place. So I was like, okay, we're gonna grab him, we're gonna dump him here, and then we'll just escort him into the parking lot. He wasn't too drunk to drive; he could have driven. So we didn't have any like liability. It was just get him out. So. He walks out of the fucking bathroom. I grab him by the collar on his left side, and I grab his belt. The other dude on the other side grabs his other collar, grabs his other side of his belt, and then there's a dude that came up in behind him and picked up his feet off the ground. So we were carrying this 400-pound ogre, just like a baby, out this door, and we're like waddling, and we just boom, like tombstone him on the concrete.
Lol.
And he flops and he's like pissed and he's bleeding and all this shit happens and we're like,
Oh, you
fucking
poor thing. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, we were legal in Vermont. It's very open. Like you can just if they're in the wrong, you can get them out. However, like ensure the safety of others is what like the motto is. So it's like if at this point he's a threat to the talent, he's got to go. So we dump him. We were in the right. He was pissed. Called the cops, ambulance. All this shit comes and. We're cool, and our boss handles it. And he's like, he comes up to us after the set, and he's like, "Hey, man, you guys are all technically legal, and you guys did absolutely what we wanted you to do." He's like, "Can we just not dump them on their skull so I don't have to deal with all this paperwork now?" And we were like, "Yeah, sorry." And he was like, "Good job, thanks." And they were like, "Yeah, man, no problem." But
Well, I remember the most asshole person that I had to work with was when I was still bouncing in Pennsylvania. It's like in like Lancaster City, so it's maybe like an hour-ish outside of Philly.
Okay.
So I'm working this like bar, and I'm at an elevated area, and I'm looking over the dance floor. Dance floor has a bar and a stage.
Okay.
Right? So I'm overlooking it. It's a pretty quiet night for the most part. It is, excuse me, it is New Year's Eve. And there's a special event going on. So you had to buy not just the cover, but a ticket to this event. Okay?
Got it. Okay. Dang.
It was like maybe $80 altogether. All right? So we get in there. Night is going great. Zero problems, zero issues.
Amazing.
We get to about midnight, 12:30. And bartender, she flags the guy that's talking to her in like right in front of her, flags him, and house rule is once you get flagged, you're gone. Like there's no discussing. You don't have to go to a different part of the bar and you're okay. You have to leave. House rules.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
No arguing, no debating. So I go over there. I make my way over to him, and he's being all fucking drunk and annoying with her. And I tap him on his shoulder, and I go, "Hey, brother, I'm really sorry to do this, but you've been flagged, and house rules. You get flagged, you gotta leave." And usually when I tell people that, they get all butthurt and they start getting aggressive. Sometimes they get aggressive. This guy was like, "I'm not even having fun here. Fuck this. Show me where the door is." And as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh, perfect, easy kick out.
Perfect.
Let's fucking go."
Yeah, yell
I don't have to
want.
put my hands on him. I don't have to do nothing. Easy kick out. Let's go. I said, "Right this way, sir. I'll lead you there." He's like, "Fucking perfect. Let's get out of here." So we start walking. We get maybe 10 feet away from the fucking bar. Maybe 5'2", 100-pound soaking wet brunette in a dress holding a drink. Stops us and goes, "Excuse me, where's he going?" Girlfriend. Girlfriend.
Oh, God.
And I said, "Ma'am, he's been flagged by the bartenders. I don't know what for. I don't know what for, but house rule is if you get flagged, you got to leave. So he has to leave." And she goes, "But that's my boyfriend. He's with me." And I'm like, "You're free to stay, but he has to go."
Yeah.
And I tell her, we go through this song and dance again. "Oh, but he's part of our group and all that." "Ma'am, again, you can stay, your group can stay, but he has to leave, and he has to leave now." And once I told her that a second time, she didn't like that. She was like, and she immediately went from 0 to 100 real fast.
No pretty privilege?
No. I don't. No, fuck you. I don't give you. I do not give out pretty privilege. Fuck you.
Neither did I. I was mean.
No, fuck you. I was the mean bouncer because I could back it up. I didn't care who you were.
Yeah.
And literally the second time that I told her for the second time, like, you can stay, but he has to go. 0 to 100 so fast. She's like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Just because you're big, you think you can do whatever you want. We paid for our tickets to be here. We have a right to be. Just going down the list of all the generic bullshit reactions and responses that you've probably heard a million fucking times.
So annoying.
So she's like maybe half a foot away from me. She's fucking on me.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like putting her finger in my face and all that. And I'm not bothered by any of this shit. There's very few things that you can say to me when I'm working that will piss me off. So, like, I'm not bothered by any of the shit she's saying. I've heard it a million times. You're not getting to me.
I just didn't like being touched.
Oh, funny you say that.
Foreshadow. Yeah.
Some of you are ahead of me.
Yeah. Sorry.
So she goes on a little bit of rant. At the end of the rant, she shoves me with her free hand and then throws her drink in my face.
Oh, man.
So I go... I wrap my arm around her waist without even saying a word. I wrap my arm around her waist and I pick her up like she's a bag of dirty laundry. And she's like digging her nails into my forearm. She's kicking. She's trying to bite me and shit like that. Her boyfriend's losing his mind trying to get me to put her down. And at this point, like 3 of her fat fucking friends are like surrounding us. And they're all like, you know how the fridges are with the hot chicks.
The fridges.
Yeah, so they're getting on me too. They don't touch me, but they start yelling at you can't do that. You can't put your hands on people. Yada yada, all that bullshit. I'm not being excessive. I'm not being rough, and I'm not hurting this girl at all.
Yeah,
I'm just picking her up and I'm taking her outside. So if they want to come with me, they're more than welcome to.
Perfect.
So I cut my way through the dance floor. This is the one part where I was probably unprofessional.
Okay.
I used her head to open the door.
What other options did you have?
So like I had her under my right arm and I used her to open the door. I didn't like battering ram her, but like the door wouldn't have opened if her head was not there. Let's put it that way. So
tremendous accuracy.
Yeah. Oh no, dude, I was fucking on it.
What a pro.
I don't care what anybody says. I'm one of the best security guys in Pennsylvania.
That's pro.
But I used her face and her head to open the door, and as soon as I get outside, immediately on the sidewalk, I put her down. I just loosen my grip and she just falls. She doesn't land on her face or anything like that, but she just goes down. And then I'm standing there holding the door, and as I'm holding the door, I'm just like, yeah. I know, I'm a piece of shit. I shouldn't put my hands on people, yada, 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 all that shit. I'm waving all of her boyfriend and her fat friends out, and like, no, I'm gonna make an effort to call them out for being fat. They should have been in much better shape for the clothing they were wearing, but that's beside the point.
Bottom line.
That's the bottom line. Yeah. But that was probably the most aggravating for me personally that I was involved with. It's because it's the entitlement for me. Yeah. It's her operating under the impression that because she's a woman and she is small and I'm a man and I'm big, that she literally has the free reign to do whatever she wants, including put her hands on me, and expecting 0 consequences. Like I've never put my hands on a woman, dude, but Jesus fucking Christ, like if I didn't have the self-control that I had, I would have clocked her in the fucking jaw.
It's just like, like you said, the entitlement's crazy. I don't know how your experience was. Like,
it was
obviously
terrible.
There's outliers in security. We're like, but for the most part, at least for me, like 18 to like 24.
College age.
Yeah.
College age kids are the worst, no matter where you go.
It was, I guess they were interesting. In Vermont, I guess they're different because like, the kids that were younger, they like had to save their money to go to the show. So you could be like, "Hey, knock it off, or I'm gonna fucking chuck you out of here." And they'd be like, "Oh, okay, oh, I'm sorry." And then they'd put their stuff away. The 30 to 40-year-olds, they were a little more. They would talk back to you a little bit more. Yeah. But ultimately, for the most part, you had your outliers. They would comply. The young kids, the college kids, the ones that showed up blasted, they were the worst. But like if they came like relatively controlled still. They were, you could just scare them into like complying.
Yeah.
The worst for me was always the 40 to like 60-year-old people. They're always
they're kind of annoying on Broadway.
so annoying because
in Nashville,
they would get so blitzed and like felt like they were entitled to something just because they're old. And I would be like, hey man, my bartender's cut you off. You gotta go now. Like this ain't happening. They'd be like, "Oh, I've been drinking since you've been like before you've been alive." Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god!
And I heard that so many times, and I'm
Good
like,
for you. You've been a loser longer than I've been alive. Good for you.
yeah. So I would just be like, well, if that's the case, then like you would think by now you wouldn't act like such a fucking idiot
Yes.
when you're at a
Agreed.
And I would pull them out and yank them and throw them. They were always so annoying. I also
It's funny because one of the guys that really pissed me off at Coyote Ugly, where I used to work,
that place looked like it sucked. to work
it
at.
was it didn't get the friendliest people. You know what sucks about working at Coyote Ugly is that the clientele was fucking terrible, but I loved the people I worked with.
Oh, dude.
The other guys were awesome.
Yeah.
The girls behind the bar were fucking awesome. I liked the management.
Yeah.
Like
So
I
was-
liked all of the people that worked there. It was the customers that ruined it for me. Yeah. And you bring up like the 40 to 50-year-olds. We had one guy who was being racist to one of the bartenders.
Oh, God,
So
yeah.
you got kicked out.
Yeah.
He had a full Corona, right? So we get him out of the dance floor, we get him away from the bar, and we get him right next to where the doors are to go outside. And he's still got the beer in his hand. You can't go out in public with an open beer.
correct.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, brother, you can't leave with that. And he's like, okay, I'll just stand here and drink it. It's like, dude, like, no, you have to go. Like,
Yeah.
Them's the rules. Like, you fucked up a little bit too bad, and you gotta you gotta go now.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to put the drink down. I'm sorry for your $6 or whatever the fuck you paid for that, but you need to leave.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you. I'm not gonna leave, and I'm not gonna waste my beer. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna drink it. And it took us a while to get on him because we were really trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Even though we shouldn't have,
He
we
had
were
some
trying to be
patience
nice. We were trying to let him finish his beer.
Yeah.
But he was just standing there. He would take a small sip and then he would just stand there and bullshit for another like 5 minutes. And it's like, dude, you're literally actively being kicked out right now. Why are you fucking testing us?
Yeah.
So after about 10 minutes, the overseer of all of the bouncers working security that night, name it Travis. Fucking love Travis, by the way. Shout out to Travis. Fucking awesome dude.
Shout out Travis.
Love Travis. Travis grabs the beer out of his hand and puts it down on like the front counter where you would like pay the cover and all that.
Yeah.
He puts it down on the counter right there, and he's like, "Let's get these guys the fuck out of here." That's when it got physical. That's when it got physical. He did not want to leave. We're like, we like. I remember I got my like hands around one of his arms. One of our guys, Bobby, has his other arm, and we're trying to like shoulders and arms escort him out. We're trying to be so fucking nice to this guy.
Yeah,
We
sounds like-
really, really are. We're
You guys
trying
had some
to be,
patience that night.
We're trying to be so nice to this guy. And I'll admit, I lost my cool a little bit. Don't get physical with us. If we're kicking you out, don't get physical with us. Oh, God help you if I see you put your hands on one of my guys. God help you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not professional anymore. Now I'm protecting myself and my team.
Yeah.
So
You got to go.
yeah, so I'm not going to be nice to you anymore. So we're trying to get this guy up the stairs because Coyote Ugly is in a basement. We are getting him like maybe a quarter of the way up the stairs, right? He's hanging onto the guardrails. He's acting like a toddler, throwing a temper tantrum. This dude is crying like a fucking bitch, trying to stay because he wanted to finish his beer and he doesn't like that he's getting kicked out. And it's just him and one other guy, both the same age. One guy we don't have to physically touch because he's already leaving. So it's just us getting on this guy. And sure enough, his arm gets free of Bobby and he takes a swing at Bobby and clocked him in the head.
Eesh.
Yeah. So he hit Bobby in the head. I see this. I immediately go from, come on, let's just get you out to, I grabbed his waist, I threw him to the ground, and then I pinned him like in the corner of the wall in the ground by his neck. And I said, we're not going to fucking do that. We are not doing that. And then I squeezed a little bit tighter. I banged his back of his head against the wall a little bit. And then me and Bobby stood him up. And then we picked him up off the ground, carried him up the stairs, and then we threw him into the street.
Yeah.
And
you
like
deserved
he was bleeding and all of that shit. And like there was cops right down the street. And once they saw the footage of what happened, they were like, no, he fucking swung on you guys and made it physical first. And it was like I hate people so much.
Yeah.
I hate people so much because people just nowadays people feel like they can just do whatever they want with zero consequences.
Yeah.
With zero consequences.
For the people that are listening and that are the young crowd, maybe, like, believe it or not, don't get me wrong. There's some bad eggs out there in security. There's some dudes.
Oh God, 100%.
There's some bad eggs, but for the most part, mostly security guys.
It's just a job.
We don't want to throw you out like that. We don't want to.
I have never gone into a single shift of security where I wanted to fucking hurt somebody. Never in my life.
It becomes, okay, you're not demonstrating that you can control yourself anymore. So we have to now. You're forcing me to do it now because you are not being an adult and like responsible enough. Dude, I don't care if you're plastered. If you're controlling yourself, I ain't gonna bother you unless you get flagged by somebody or something like that. Like I'm not. Okay, dude, have fun. Like you're enjoying yourself. If it starts getting weird with like other employees or stuff like that,
well, we
gotta go.
At Coyote. We had a problem with guys touching women who were on the bar.
Well, give people who don't know Coyote. It's a little
Coyote
different.
Ugly is a bar based off of the movie that came out. I think it was early 2000s, maybe even late 90s. It's a quote unquote women empowerment bar. And the bartenders they encourage the patrons that are female to get up on the bar to dance. It's one of their gimmicks. Like you get up on the bar of the Coyote Ugly bar and you do your dance just like they did in the fucking movies. And you get your pictures and all that. 2000, right? And it's become like one of the hot spots in Nashville on Broadway. It's like, oh, we got to go to Coyote Ugly. It's one of the main like Namestead bars. Like we get people from all over the world that come to Coyote Ugly.
And it's got that movie aura.
It's got the movie aura. So we've literally had people come in, take pictures next to the sign, get up on the bar and do one dance and then just leave.
Yeah.
That's it. They bought like a shirt on their way out and that's about it. So that's the lore and a little bit of context, but we get a lot of guys who get handsy with girls who they don't know getting up on the bar and dancing. And it's one of the fastest. Like I do not tolerate any kind of like crudeness or aggressiveness towards women.
Yeah.
I do not at all. I remember there was this one time, it was the same bar that I was working in Pennsylvania. There was I'm overlooking the dance floor. I'm in the same position I was for the last story, right? And slow night, thankful. All right, seems like it's going to be quiet. We get to about 1:30, and a woman comes up to me and goes, "You need to help my friend. Her ex-boyfriend is here, and he's getting aggressive." And I'm like, God damn it. If there's one thing I don't want to be involved with, it's other people's relationships and their drama and their bullshit. I hate it. I don't want to be a part of it.
It happens to bouncers a lot.
Oh, God, it happens so fucking much.
It's so annoying. It's like
so much.
No.
So she says that to me, and I'm like, okay, awesome. Now I'm going to have to kick this guy out. And if he's getting aggressive with her, he's already in an emotional state. So he's probably going to get aggressive with me too. So I'm already preparing for that. We get about halfway, like I'm following her to where this whole thing is going on. And sure enough, when I get back to like where this girl is, the second that I see her, his hand is like has a handful of her hair and he slaps her across the face.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He slaps her across the face. And this was like probably the only time in my bouncing security professional career where I lost it. Because, like I said earlier, like I do not take violence against women well. So I walked over. I didn't even say a word. I grabbed him by his throat. He let go of her and immediately started to like pull at my hand.
Yeah.
So I grabbed him by his throat. I put my one hand on his neck, so I was choking him. I put my other hand on the back of his neck. I picked him up by his head, and I carried him outside, and I threw him into oncoming traffic.
Wow.
Now he didn't get hit by a car. He didn't like suffer any like serious like injuries or anything like that. But like zero tolerance. I didn't want to hear your side of the story. I didn't want to hear any of it. Like I'm going to hurt you in the process of removing you. Like that is what is going to happen. I'm going to take your neck outside, and if the rest of you wants to come, that's perfectly fine.
Hey, you got it done. You de-escalated it.
Yeah, I just removed the aggressor from the situation. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And she thanked me profusely, and
She literally hung out until we were closed, and I actually walked her to her car to make sure that her and her friend were okay. Because somebody who's comfortable putting their hands on a woman, they're probably crazy enough to sit there and just wait for her to get kicked out. Yeah. So like we kicked everybody out, and I told the manager what had happened. I was like, I'll walk them to their car afterwards, and I didn't run into any issues. He wasn't around or anything like that. They went home, and and that was it. That was like my good guy. My good guy, moment. My superhero. Yeah, that was my superhero moment. Yeah,
I'm trying to think. We didn't deal with a ton of in Vermont. Not a ton of people like going at one another like that. We dealt with a lot of drugs, a ton of drugs up north. Yeah. So we would catch there was our security company. We were higher ground security. That was the name of the venue, but we would also get rented out for other events,
right?
Like a fucking fairgrounds or whatever. So. Right. There was one where we were doing all hands on deck. It was like a 5,000 person.
Oof.
Like
that's a big show.
It sucked, and there was only like 15 of us. It was,
oh shit!
The odds were bad.
Yikes!
So we had to be like tight, super tight, and we would at those. I remember that when I was working the gate. I don't think we had to get like certified, but I was one of the few people that could like find weapons or like pat people down correctly and like get shit.
Okay.
And but it was the barricade, me and like one other dude that I was like, if I'm working barricade, I need my guy with me.
Yeah.
And then we had the parking lot was right there. And there was I think like 5 or 6 moments in that one night where someone ran up to the thing and like, dude, there's this dude like dead out in the parking lot. And we'd like,
Jesus.
Fucking A. So we'd run out there and it was just dudes like ripping like whippets and stuff and like nitrous.
For God's sakes.
And they were just like, eyes rolling in the back of their head, and we had
they were
like
doing the fentanyl lean and all
yeah,
that
like
shit.
leaning against their car, just like. We had a ton of those, ton of people trying to do drugs in like the bathrooms of stuff that we were doing. I had one where I had to kick down a door of a couple doing some things in the bathroom. They're like, dude, there's people fucking in the bathroom. And I was like, God fucking damn it. I had
to bring up plenty of those.
Damn it. So I just ran in there, no patience whatsoever, and I just like Sparta kicked this door open. And they're just like, oh my God.
And I'm like, that'll kill the mood.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, just get the fuck out. Like, what? I'm not.
Well, I have a story that's similar to that, but it's so much worse.
Okay.
All right. So imagine 2 60-year-olds.
Oh God.
Biker aesthetic. Great way to start it. Yeah. 60-year-old biker aesthetic. So like imagine the guy that did that like Choppers show, American Choppers.
Oh yeah.
Imagine him and his wife at Coyote Ugly. They went all the way to the end of the bar when it was very, very slow. And dude stuck his hand down the woman's pants and started playing with her in front of everybody.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was like, first of all,
stop that.
Don't like, and you know what the fucking nerve of this dude? The nerve of this fucking couple. So we're kicking them out. And they didn't give us a lot of resistance. They were like, yeah, we know we fucked up. That's fine. So we're escorting them out. And the fucking dude tried to shake our hands as like a sign of respect. And I'm like, I saw where your fucking hand was. It was in fucking Miss Trunchbull's fucking underwear. And it's the reason why you're getting kicked the fuck out. I'm not touching your goddamn hand.
Jeez. Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. Oh my God. The last time I had to use my security force, we had a gym in Midtown. It was the first gym that I was the head coach at down here when I moved. And it was a 24/7 gym where we had like key cards and stuff like that. But there was like a couple of weeks where our like key card thing malfunctioned.
Yeah.
So the door would like stay unlocked if we didn't lock it. And during the day, you still had to use a key card to get in. But like I said, for this like couple of weeks, it just wasn't working. So you can just walk in.
Okay.
And one of our members comes up to me and was like, "Hey, dude, I think there's a homeless dude in the shower." And I was like, "Fucking A, dude."
Yeah.
So I like go over to the shower, like the bathrooms, and I open the door, and I was like, "Hey, man, are you in the shower?" And he goes, "Yeah, I am." And I was like, "Okay, dude." I was like, "I'm gonna put a 60-second timer on this clock that I have." I was feeling generous.
Okay.
And I was like, "I'll give you 60 seconds to finish taking your shower. If the shower's not turned off in 60 seconds, I'm ripping you out of the shower, just so you're aware."
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, perfect."
People will.
So 60 goes up. And I'm like, hey, man, 60's up. That shower's still going. Like, you got to go now. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm taking my time. Like, and just started, now he's talking back to me. And I was like, motherfucker. So we had this coach at the time that was under me. And she was like very Christian and very innocent.
That is not a good job profession for somebody with those characteristics.
Right. So I pulled her over and I was like, hey, name was Riley. And I was like, Riley, just stand here at the door.
You're not going to like what you're about to say.
Just be my witness because I'm going to rip this guy out of the shower. She was like, oh, okay. Okay, do I need to do anything? I was like, nope. I just need you to see this so that I don't
make
get
sure
arrested.
that you don't get arrested later. Yeah.
Right. So she's like, copy that. So I just take the shower curtain and I just rip the bar that's holding the shower curtain, boom, like rip the whole thing clean off of it.
Scared the fuck out of him.
Dude, he slips. And he's just like, oh, and like falls in the thing. He's just like trying to get up. There's soap everywhere. And I'm just screaming. I grabbed his clothes and I threw it into the shower with him. And I'm like, put this fucking shit on. Everything's just getting soaking wet. And I was like, Riley, close your eyes. This guy's naked. And I was trying to protect her innocent soul. And eventually he put his shirt on and his underwear on. And once he had those on, I grabbed him by his shirt and I fucking threw him out of there. I was like, I'm not touching you naked, but time to go. And she was like, oh my God, do we need to call the cops? And I was like, no, it's fine. But thank you for standing there and witnessing this
atrocity,
stinky man in my shower. I thought I was being nice.
You were being super nice, but that was like the moment that I had while you were telling that story. I just had a flashback of all the different fucking times that I was trying to be nice to people and they just took advantage of it.
Dude.
People, if you give shitty people an inch, they'll take a mile and a half. They will ride that shit as long as they can. You can't be nice to some fucking people.
Yeah, dude.
Contrary to the popular belief of this country and culture nowadays, you can't be nice to fucking everybody. Because there's some pieces of shit out there.
It sucks, man. I tried so hard. I was like, dude, you've already been there for like 5 minutes. I'll give you another minute. Like, just rinse your shit off. And start to go. Like, I let him use our soap, our towels and stuff. I was like, I don't care. Like, it's fine.
You were being nice to him, and he just didn't give a fuck.
I was like, you just got to go. And then he started taking, and I was like, all right, well, now you're actually going. And threw him on the street, soaking wet.
Fuck him.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's not my bottom line, but
I have a bottom line.
Let's do it. Hit it.
You want to do the bottom line now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, respect. Respect is something that we're taught at a very young age.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different avenues on how you can teach kids respect, but for the most part, it's treat others how you want to be treated, correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. I've grown up with that motto my entire life, and I feel like that's a good motto to live by. I like to treat others with respect until you abuse my respect, because I would also like respect. Now, my bottom line is, if you're a fucking dickhead, you should be fully expecting to be treated like a dickhead. You go into any kind of a restaurant and you're a piece of shit to the servers, the chefs, the doorman, anybody.
Dude, that shit infuriates me.
And then they start giving you attitude back. Fuck you if you get offended by that. Fuck you. Respect is earned and you give it to everybody until they fucking abuse it. So don't go into any kind of situation where you think that you're high and mighty and you're better than anybody else, because we're all fucking people. We're all the exact same.
I'll believe red.
We all deserve fucking respect. So don't turn your nose up and look down at anybody else, especially if they're working any kind of a job. You're an arrogant piece of shit, and you need to be knocked down a peg or two, which is why I'm an advocate for physical violence. Not all the time, and I'm not calling for anybody specifically to be attacked violently, physically, in any way, shape, or form. I do believe that there are certain situations that require physical violence in order to be corrected. In society nowadays, nobody is scared to say something ignorant and then get punched in the mouth for it. Nobody. And I would argue that we were a much better country when we were. If somebody got smart with you and you socked them in the mouth, that person instantly knew not to do that again. There's one thing across our entire species and all of our different cultures and everything else, there's one thing that's universal. What is it?
Respect?
No.
Oh,
Violence.
yeah.
Violence is universal no matter what culture you come from.
Yeah.
So, in short, don't be an asshole to people because you might run into the wrong person that's not going to take your shit, and they might catch you in the fucking jaw for it. That's the bottom line because the T-Rex said so.
Dude, so many people need to be just punch in the mouth one time.
100%. There's way too many people running around America right now that have never been in a physical fight ever.
Dude, it makes my skin crawl, skin peel off my body when I am at dinner with somebody and they just don't say please and thank you. They don't to the waitress.
The absolute basics.
Dude, it drives me up a wall when I won't go to dinner with people at dinner. After that, if they do that to me, I won't.
I don't blame you on the same way.
I won't go. I just dude, I just can't imagine this person's making $3 an hour and they're being our servant for the next hour.
Yep.
The least you can say is please and thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Whatever.
People who are just rude to servers, I just want to know why they dehumanize servers. They treat them like they're not people.
It sucks, and it honestly, it's probably a power thing where they don't.
It's got to be a power thing.
They don't feel like they're
worth it.
They're fulfilled in their everyday life, so they treat somebody who they deem.
Well, that's where the term Karen comes from. That's somebody who's just bored with their life. They never accomplished anything, so they're going to take out their miserable anger and frustration out on random people.
Dude, it's
my thing is stop doing that before you catch the wrong person, because the wrong person isn't going to give a shit if you're having a bad day.
Yeah.
They're not going to give a shit if you come from a rich family. They're not going to give a shit if you don't know what you're doing if you get into a physical fight. They're going to fuck your shit up.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, they're just going to punch you.
Yeah, if you're lucky, they'll just correct your behavior with a solid sock to the mouth and then move on.
Because nowadays,
if you're lucky,
everyone's pewing. So
yeah, nowadays,
if you're lucky, you're gonna get punched.
Yeah.
So just that's a good one.
Just be a good damn person. It's not hard to do.
It's not that hard. No. Wow, good one. Mine's gonna take a little bit. I guess I'm still in the same vein of showing some respect. Piggybacking off of the shows that I've been to recently, something that really grinds my gears. Being a mosher guy, push pitting or flailing or whatever it is. When you go to a show, for instance, Molly's a complete beginner to hardcore shows.
Yeah.
She understands, though, after one show, the Slaughter Show, there is a place where the moshers are and there is a place where the non-moshers are.
Yes.
It's pretty obvious where the two things are.
There is quite literally a wall around the mosh pit of people making sure that the people stay in the mosh pit.
The angels. We love them. Thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Nothing grinds my gears more than when, not even just happens to me, but I see it happen to other kids too, when there's people in the mosh pit dancing, having a good time, push pitting, and there is someone that is in the mosh pit getting mad at people for moshing around them.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Nothing grinds my gears more than that. And a prime example of that is at this Missing Link show I went to. There was a dude who had definitely had a few too many drinks, but he was a push pit guy. This was not a push pit night. It was very obvious that there was no push pitting going on. It was flails from start to finish, karate. And this dude got mad at this. I would be shocked if he was 18 years old. He had to have been younger. He had to have been 16 or 17 years old. Young kid. And he got mad at him for mosh pitting. And he fucking tackled this kid and started ground and pounding him on the ground.
What the fuck?
It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I was stepping in to peel him off of it. But before I could get to him, and this is immediate justice served.
You didn't tell me this story.
Immediate justice served in that moment. 6 dudes ran up and they started curb stomping this dude on top of this kid. Destroying him. Fucking him up. It was beautiful. But it was also a reminder that there is some real fucking assholes out there. And also just dudes that can't read the room. So, get back to it. If you don't want to mosh, if you don't want to pit, that's cool. Stand where there's no moshers. If you put yourself in the line of fire, willingly standing there, and you get hit, and you take it out on somebody who's just there to have a good time, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, fuck you.
And you deserve to get ground and pounded by those 6 big-ass scary dudes that ground and pounded that dude. And I feel bad for that 16 or 17-year-old kid because it was probably one of the first few shows he's gone to.
That sucks, man.
And I just hope that didn't ruin it for him.
Yeah.
Because it was a good show and it was a good time and he didn't deserve that. That was stupid. And, that's the bottom line. Don't fucking do that shit from the Buffalo. Craziness.
Absolute insanity.
Oh, man. Well, I think we'll wrap it up. Episode 8 in the books, the back pocket. I'm going to let him enjoy his non-sponsored hibachi. And we will catch you on episode 9. Fucking buff up. Stay primal.
Stay primal.